All right, it's must-see earnings TV this week, and the next mega tech superstar to report their earnings is Facebook. Did that work to totally spruce it up?
Yeah, that's a good spruce up voice.
Okay, Facebook earnings. What can I say except that they destroyed once again? They beat estimates resoundingly with a profit of 97 cents per share on $6.44 billion in revenue for the quarter. That's 15 cents more than analysts had predicted, almost $500 million more in revenue that was predicted. Facebook's also generating more money per user than was expected at $30.82 per user, 22 cents higher than estimates. So basically they beat all around. Kurt Wagner at Recode points out that this quarter is generally a light advertising season. Yet, in light of that, Facebook bucked the trend by generating more money, more dollars per user. And that's basically because advertiser demand is so high. So Facebook's kind of killing it right now.
They're totally killing it. Daily active users were 1.13 billion on average for June. That's
every day, no big deal.
Daily active users. I mean, to get your mind around that, like they mostly talk about monthly active users, but daily 1.3 billion people go to Facebook. That's crazy.
17%. That number is 17% higher than this time last year. So they are still, rapidly growing. And yeah, I mean, Facebook has a lot of ad dollars to kind of hopefully help when that growth slows down. With advertisers being so happy to get on board right now, that's great. That's increasing their kind of cash pile and all that kind of stuff. Stock is up 6% in after hours trading. And I don't know, this was an interesting quarter for Facebook, right? Like they still did so well. There were a lot of, there were some negatives, right? There was the news suppression story that we talked about a couple of months ago that had some people, at least a little bit worried as far as the effect. But they had a lot of really good things happening. They had the Facebook Live, kind of the events that have kind of shown the benefits of Live, and Zuckerberg really doubling down on video with the service. They've changed the prioritization of the news feed to kind of focus on friends and family and away from advertisers, which is interesting that advertisers still want to be so involved, because in some sense, Facebook is actively like de-emphasizing that.
Well, it was away from company pages, not advertising. Got it. It's a little bit disturbing when you think about it. Like when you think about 1.3 billion people every day going to Facebook and having their personal information advertised on. We're supported by advertising. Obviously, it's there. I'm not anti-advertising. But when you really absorb that fact, it's something to think about when we're headed that way. Because if you think, I don't know, I've been trying to move a little bit away from Facebook. Like I feel like it sucks me in and takes me away from my real life. And that sometimes doesn't feel so good. So I don't know. And it doesn't really I don't notice the ads, but they're there. But I think that is, so it's they want people to share more personal stuff, because that's why people go back to it, not to say like, oh, that person liked the New York Times website, or that person liked the Zappos website, that sort of thing. That's like, they want, your births, your life, your everyday thoughts, everything that they can gather and advertise upon. It's a little disconcerting.
Yeah. But that goes for the internet just in general, right? Like it's the same for Google. It's the same for all these other companies. All they want is for you to use their product as much as possible, because it's a free product. And so that's encouraging to you as a user to use it more, but that just means that they make their money in other ways like that.
Yes,
like what you're saying.
Exactly. So, it really has become the core social network, I think, for people, because you think about Snapchat is being used more and more. Younger people use it. They use it for life casting, but everyone seems to go back to Facebook. And even in developing countries, there's, Mark Zuckerberg pointed to this, there's Facebook Lite, a easier version to get on when you don't have a lot of, internet access. So yeah, it's everywhere all the time. And it's a force to be reckoned with.
And you can't escape it. That's actually kind of the challenging part when I think about Facebook, right? Like you're talking about kind of peeling back a little bit. And I've kind of gone through that myself recently too. And what I end up finding, and what totally plays to Facebook's strength, is that being that it's probably the longest, most successful social network we have right now, and that there's just an insane amount of users on it, that even when you try to step away, like on one hand, you're saving yourself the grief of, you know, the headaches, the worries of what we were talking about just a few minutes ago. But on the other hand, what you're also doing is detaching from the people that you've now experienced years of communicating with in that platform.
Right.
So it's almost like there's this level of of Facebook guilt that's associated with peeling away. On one hand, my life might be better if I don't have Facebook that is constantly pulling me away from other things. On the other hand, I end up losing touch with all the people that I care about. So where does that leave me? What do I do now? I guess I write a letter.
Yes.
And mail it in the mail.
Right. Write a letter. Yes.
Yeah.